Brad Gray, Racing New South Wales form analyst, joins us on the Punters Lounge Live. Brad, good morning. Another day, another Winks day.
It is, yeah, you say it. It's Winks Day today, but at the moment, it seems like it's Winks Day every day. The build-up to her every time she goes around now is incredible. She's absolutely everywhere, and as we know, there's only a couple more times we get to see her. So certainly ramping it up as far as trying to get everybody possible out to the track, knowing that there's not too many runs left in one of the best, possibly the best we've ever seen. I was listening to that call there, Darren Slendell, and it was such a great call. With an age shall not weary the champ, and it's very true.
Oh, you also pulled out haughty and imperious, Darren Flindell. Not many more words to find to say about the great mare. Were you surprised, though, at just how good she was resuming?
Oh, nothing surprises you anymore with this mare. I guess it's a little bit surprising just to see her come up year after year after year. No matter her age, she just maintains that same incredible level. And as we saw first up, she was panels above them. She can only improve off that. And it's going to be poor old Happy Clapper that's left to run second. I guess if there is a horse that can really improve, I think, coming out of that Apollo, it's Unforgotten. She just picked on her run a little bit there first up. So if we're looking to make a buck out of the race, which is very, very hard when Winks is here, maybe we go a straight trifecta or something like that. Winks to win, Happy Clapper second, and Unforgotten to run third. I don't know what it'll pay. It'll certainly be a little bit better than $1.09 or $1.10 that Winks will be going around.
Yes, the tv.co.nz, there will be a Winks out market for you to bet into. Happy Clapper probably won't be as lucrative as he was last time. I think he was around $1.90. So another case of admiring, watching and enjoying the great mare go around, but there will be horses in behind that have other assignments and we'll be tuning up for those. Okay, Brad, what's your best on the day? It's in race number 9.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait until the lucky last, Maximus, for the Snowden team. I really like this horse as far as the profile goes. Second up, I think, is perfect. I'm a bit of a subscriber to horses running to certain patterns, and the way this galloper won second up last campaign was a really similar return to me. Can only run well here. He just missed first up at Rose Hill behind All Too Royal, who was a race-fit horse at the time. First up last campaign, went down narrowly to Soothing before going to the Randwick 1,200 metres, which is exactly the same here, and won in really good style. So I see it getting a perfect run just in behind what doesn't look to be a hot speed. Imagine he sits third defence and he just has to be somewhere in the finish. So I think at the each way odds is a fantastic gamble. That's Maximus, race 9, number 3.
Very versatile sort of horse, but obviously on top of the ground, the better ground will suit him.
Yeah, he's a very versatile horse, as you say. He goes on the wet, he goes on the dry, so I don't think that'll worry him. We had 3 meals overnight at Randwick, but it's just put it in a perfect good 4 range, so I imagine the track will play really fairly.
Outside of the Chipping Norton, also Group 1 racing, race number 7 is the Surround Stakes. How did you assess that?
Yeah, this is the first time this race has been a Group 1, and so they've certainly been rewarded because it's a really good field of fillies lining up. I'm with Pahutakawa for Godolphin. You go back and watch the light fingers, and there's only one horse you want to be on 1,400 metres second up, and that's this horse, Pahutakawa. I know it's easy to be seduced by a back marker when they've got the big flashing light, but this horse's return was absolutely outstanding. The last 600 metres, 33.07. That was only second on the day to Winks, so it suggests he's come back in really good order. The last bit of the race, too, she was held up from about the 300 and has had to switch courses. So considering the time she's run home, she's certainly the horse I want to be with. I think drawn a little bit better here, she'll settle midfield, and if she runs up to that first up effort, I think she'll gobble them up. As we know, Godolphin are absolutely airborne at the moment, so got plenty of confidence that she's going to run a mighty race in the Surround. That's race 7, number 12.
It was a good race, the race for the 3-year-old fillies there. What are you expecting from a horse like Seabrook from Victoria, fresh up for Mick Price?
Yeah, she's a bit of a hard horse to line up. She does pop up occasionally, but first up, I am prepared to risk her. She's getting out to big odds, so if you do like her, certainly wouldn't be steering you away. But yeah, I haven't got her in my numbers, but I guess she's a horse that can slip under the radar a little bit. I don't know where she gets to in barrier 10, but as I say, it's a really deep race. You've got horses like Miss Fabulous at $13, and as we know, you can't sack her because last time we sacked that, she came out and won in really, really good fashion. Her first run wasn't too bad. Nikita James in there. She was the winner of the light finger. She's come back in really good order. I'd really keep an eye on the 14s or Latte for Chris Waller. She's a horse that has a very similar profile to a horse like Unforgotten, who we spoke about a little bit earlier. She'll tread that same path towards an Oaks, and I think she's got very similar upside. So watch for her flashing home at Latte.
Also, New Zealand interest in Melt out of the Chris Waller stable too, has a strong hand in the race behind the Godolphin Blue. What are you expecting from Melt after that sixth in the same race that Puhutakawa came out of, the Lightfingers?
Yeah, I actually spoke to Chris Waller about this horse on Thursday morning there at the media gallop for Winks, and he just said she got way too keen there first up, but I think second up she felt a lot better. That freshness will be knocked out of her, and if she does settle, she'll certainly be competitive. But I think his leading over, no doubt, is Fiesta, so he certainly spoke glowingly about that horse. But yeah, Melt could be an improver if she does just find that little bit of ability to settle a little bit better for Glen Scope there.
Okay, what are your best overall, outside of your very best, but what are your other bets on the program there, Brad?
Yeah, outside of Maximus and Puhutakawa, I'm keen to have a bit of a gamble in the fillies race for the 2-year-olds, the Sweet Embrace, race 4, Super Oasis. I think the skyline for the boys is a lot deeper race, which really opens up the Sweet Embrace. I know you look at Super Oasis's form coming off midweek seconds, but it was an outstanding effort. Got out the back, had to switch off heels and rattled home. That was against the boys too, so back to her own sex here. I think she can sell a lot closer and be somewhere in the finish for Mark Newnham. And Bella Martini in race 8 there. Big guy Walter. She's a mare that's raced without luck recently, so I think you're getting good odds because of that. She's around the $8 mark, and she's a worthy gamble. She'll roll forward, make her own luck this time, and her return was very, very good, running some really sharp splits late in the race. So we'll go with Bella Martini there and Super Oasis.